long ago, really. Now we're just going through a bunch of side stuff until we advance to the next chapter. Yeah, that'll take some time. Seems like so far. Got another side there, the companion quest, so also gonna be something else to do. Now we got Harim's quest, and I should be right there, so that's good. Oh, that is good. There they are. Let's move them a bit here. Treat abandoned runaway cowards. Let's see. What's your problem, Baruva?
Without a doubt.
Step in here. Down there, please help him.
I can see my destination.
I'm down there, where exactly? That seems more like up than down, but I mean, sure. Before these guys gonna attack too.
Focus on the goal.
To victory!
These guys not joining yet, at least. That's good, huh? The limb. So I'll just build the regular one here. Alright, this one is immune, alright. Good about that. Will you actually make it? Nice crits there, alright.
Let us strike as one! Ha!
I can also crit sometimes. That's good, huh?
Serves me right.
Zeros probably. Not even zeros. Damn, son. Lindsay dealing damages.
Tear them apart!
Let's see. He gonna attack now though. Hopefully still Valerie. Happy Piggy chillin'. Kinda painful. But whatever. Check some potions, I guess.
Do not falter!
You deserved it.
Dobadom, yeah. How we doing?
They go down!
Nice crits.
Aye, aye.
So we go in and gonna have some more of these boys to fight. Or where does it go exactly? They're gonna hit pretty well too. Need a little healing. And I sold a bunch of potions. That is not super nice. But we'll make it work. Let's see. Should probably use that heal there. A couple of them. Upon you to find a strange room that looks more like a workshop than the entrance to the fortress. Across the room by the far wall there is a metal throne. In front of it is Jarmuldesky again, who you know well. In one hand he holds a steel scepter and in the other a sacred symbol of Torag, inset with 2 shimmering jewels, which he recognizes the hearts of the anvil and the adamantine golem. Paladin's face is twisted by a grimace of pain and strain. You here. Help me overcome these golems. Took the scepter from the empty throne over there, but it seems that my command over the golems is lacking. If you lose control over the golems, we'll all die. Told you it would end like this, but you were dying for a legacy. And what is that legacy worth? An army of golems. Was it worth it to come all this way just to meet your death? Wouldn't it have been easier to choke to death in your mountains at home? The golem turns its metal face to you and speaks in harmony. You all deserve to die. To use an imposters. By what right do you come to this fortress? Well, this is the Skia clan. Here's the bill of the builders of this fortress. They're not Skia again. They are nameless cowards. Only I, Ophil am worthy of bearing this clan's name. Ophil again, but you are my great uncle. When our clan left this fortress, you and your golem stayed behind to protect it. Come to your senses, ghost, and we're your descendants. You know, no one, real Skigia would have never abandoned their creation. Those who left forever lost the right to bear this proud name. Then you have the nerve to come here to this fortress, which was built from the blood and sweat of your grandparents and abandoned by your unworthy fathers. I'll die here together with all your henchmen. Golem Satak. You see Jarmul lifts the steel scepter above his head, and I'm doing everything I can, but his will is too strong. Destroy the golems, Sarim must unmake his throne. Oh, you nothing, and neither you nor Torag. The gate behind you closes with the clanging sound, and you'll all die. You will die, and you will die. Alright.
Best kind of fight.
I hope this guy is not gonna go too much. Him too much. Because otherwise this fight will become the Pipiega Fiesta. I feel like he might actually. But I'm gonna wait. Don't move. Okay, good. I'll get some boss first problem. Namiri can take a bit. Valerie do be requiring some healing. My blood should be still on. Let's go prayer 5. Lindsay, this. And haste. Or actually, let's go this one. I ripped the skin.
Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
I think beams are low. How are we doing? Oh, what are you doing? Nice crit. Alright, that might be... I'll rip this guy. I'm gonna get haste first. That's painful. That did not heal him. That did not heal him. Let's see. It ain't gonna work. Can I vanish that somehow? I probably can. I'm not sure if it's gonna help. A direct heal then.
Yes.
Alright, now we just need to melt these guys and we're good, huh?
Be easier if you not fight back. Yeah.
Yep, easy.
Stay behind me.
And finish his
Bring
ass.
it. Tear them apart. They go down.
Glitches out sometimes.
Can you make an epic pose? I
A
need
more.
inspiration.
Get your ass here. What else do we have in terms of buffs? There we go. Now.
Ready to stab.
He gonna be ready. So that's sliding in there.
Let us strike as one.
Fine. What should we buff on you? Now, what should we give you then? Something for like some good damages when I them. Mostly I like the tanking boss here. Should we try this one? The kills blade them. See if that will do anything.
Come here, Bax. Knock knock stab you.
Can you not? No, probably still cancel the turn, alright. Unlucky. Are you dead?
Which knife to use? That hurt? Good. Ooh, that one went deep.
And that indeed was quite deep. The spell's probably not even gonna really work there. Mirror just in case it still continues. It still continues. It feels like better than clerics and everything with priests.
Do not fall
Just out healing everyone. Dead.
Bring it.
If we crit, maybe. Unlucky. That heal hit out enough, but still. Going to take some. Wasn't too bad.
Any last wishes?
Time for the Giga Golem. That's the Giga Ghost. The bell golem falls to your feet. Ghost stands at the side, shaking his fist at you. Vandals! Have you any idea how much time I spent creating them? The paladin stands up. Magic jewels in his sacred symbol glow like red and blue flames. And be silent, Ghost. In the name of Torag, I forbid you from harming the living. Begone. Damn, son. That's it. Thank you, my friends. I couldn't have done it without you. Harim, please unmake the throne so that this ghost has nowhere to return. What am I, an errand boy? Go there and make this. Who are you to order me around? Perhaps I should drop to my knees before Torag. Harim, I had no intention of giving you orders, and forgive me for expressing myself so poorly. I humbly ask you to help me as a friend and ally. Some friend, Harim mumbles angrily, but then looks at you with a question in his face. I don't know, should I help him? I mean, you started, huh? Say goodbye to this gay clown forever. Will he, though? He did. Fine, alright, but it's the last time I'm helping you, understood? He approaches the throne with the skeleton and strikes it with his fist. 1 blow, 2, and 3, and the throne crumbles into pieces with a clanging sound, revealing another jewel, shimmering purple. Thank you. Paladin was beginning a speech, but Harim interrupts him. You're welcome, you're welcome. Now go back where you came from. I hope you tried to make something useful from the pieces. Tremble lowers his head, and as you say, Your Highness, the Ski clan thanks you. We all are in your debt. I'm afraid we'll have to forget the treasures of our ancestors and return home in disgrace. Farewell. Harim watches the paladin coldly. So much effort, so much suffering, and for what? They built themselves a crypt and nearly buried themselves in it. Torag. You inspire children to build such things that they don't know how to get rid of them. Fools. Alright, let's go. There's no point standing here. But how about the...
And Lindsay was called forth.
The heart of the throne, I guess. Or whatever that is.
I can see my destination.
Did he give them that?
Without a doubt.
Seems like he... Oh yeah, it's like lights here, I guess. Alright. I'm assuming these already... He already gave it to them. Sure. Decide the fate of the fortress. Handle the aggressive golem. So we're still kind of dealing with this.
Success.
Ooh,
The end draws
Just
near.
letting the ink dry.
Yes. Yes.
Soil was lost in thought.
I get some HP. Not nils, I guess. Dermaskelo. How we do, man? Still at it. The schedule continues. Feels good. Feels good, He makes it to the dungeon without looking back. His face bears a strange expression, pensive half smile. You know, Pig, I think I just realized something. Something very, very important, but I need to ponder it further. Talk about this later, after we return to the capital. Damn son, smiling Harim. What is wrong? He's not the Despergi anymore. I guess this one is kind of done now, alright. Or we just go back then. Man, I could kill these golems here too then. That was free XP.
I can see my destination.
You right. Not some bad sleep. Well, I mean that kind of happens when you turn schedule around, especially when you start going to bed early. When you're used to degeneracy, it's always a bit of a problem. Just sleep well. I've been there, done that. 3 different nightmares then, son. Insane. I don't really have like nightmares really, to be honest. It could be just like different levels of weird dreams, but I guess maybe they are kind of sometimes nightmares. I just don't really, well, it's me. So I guess I just don't really feel them as such or something. I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. I might get quite a weird. Alright, Sarim chilling here.
Focus on the goal.
Let's go. What you gonna tell me? The last one was a bombardization. Well, the last one is already kind of a bit more close. It's closer to home, you know. It is over. Yes, I thought I was free of my past burdens when I accepted Groda's truth into my heart, but it's only now that I have become truly free. You know, Pipiaga, I used to hate them all so much. The dwarves who hosted me, the god who rejected me. Now I look upon this and I barely remember that hatred. How pathetic they are with their pride and their stubbornness, building their toys to die among them, powerless to unmake the things they've made. I would laugh, but in fact it makes me want to cry. But on the other hand, I thought, how should I put it? Rim wraps his beard around his fist. My gift, wherever it came from, the gift to destroy, to help others create. Perhaps my god does something similar. Everything has a beginning, has an end as well. One day Grodas will be free and destroy this world. But imagine what will happen then, after the end. Perhaps a new beginning, a new creation, and a new world. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thank you, VP again. Without you, I would have kept going in circles while resentment and hatred gnawed at me from the inside. Help me find peace, and I swear by Grodas, I won't leave your side until it's our turn to crumble to dust. Good that we helped that paladin. Taru. Shrugs indifferently. Good, bad. They were driven by greed and pride, and should be told, the two didn't differ much. Both true children of the Skigi clan, and true followers of Torag. There's nothing to be proud of here. I care not who won the fortress. What draws my mind are thoughts of my place in the world, and the true meaning of serving Grotus. Destroying, creating something new from the pieces and destroying it again. Isn't that what you're doing now here in the Stolen Lands? Rebuild your kingdom upon the ashes of countless predecessors. Ponder this when you have the time. Not fools. Oh, that was a lot of XP. Feels good, None of them look like this. Did mobilization look like this though? Some of that weird fetishism there. Isig yellow.
I will guide.
I think my friend now is posting stuff from Kazakhstan. It's actually kind of nice. Motivates me to go. Not gonna lie. Oh, did I shave? A couple of days ago. On a charity stream. Gotta get that for them kids.
Without a doubt.
Right, this one is gone. CCGC, it's all good, man, it's all good. Happens.
I must replenish my powers.
Oh, we actually need to finish the part 5 of this. Huh. Interesting. Rujan's Kigi looks much better than she did on your first meeting. Back then she could barely stand for the wounds she'd received fighting the golem. Now the dwarf stands proudly at attention before you in polished armor. Highness, my dear Sir Harim, a deeply respected servant of Gratis, Saskigi clan has sent me to you to express our gratitude for everything you have done for us. Then present you with this humble gift. We crafted this for Sir Harim personally from the metal of artifacts handmade by him. And frowns, trying to hide his confusion, then nods and accepts the gift. Well, I'm glad you're alright. It's nice to see someone manage to make something useful out of those worthless scraps. Nice. Can you actually finish it this time? The real questions. Metal Reborn. DR5 bludgeoning and plus 6 enhancement bonus to wisdom and charisma. Oh. That's not bad,
I can see my destination.
Around 2000 mods, then son. Well, then you're done playing it already. You did the real content and stuff. The modding is done. Time to uninstall. Now you launch it, see it all works. And then you uninstall. Game over. Now let's go home. Get the Leatherman back. Yeah, 2000 is a bit too much, maybe. Just need to wait for Soak and Hello. They are the recent Skyrim connoisseurs. Even though I guess Hello right now is in Path of Exile pit, so not gonna see him in a few weeks probably. Alright, time to level Mr. PP again. Spell spec, we actually see and get another level of spells, probably not yet though, right? Kinda doubt it. The chain lightning was super good though. Yeah, sure, feel free. You're a sub, feel free. Coast to corruption. Use space in all directions. Creatures and unattended objects in the area. But that goes on everyone, so can't say I'm a huge fan of that. Maybe this though. Spell instantly delivers 10 points of the damage per caster level. That's quite big, yeah. Firebrand, immune to damage from any fire spell you cast. That seems kind of strong. That seems kind of good, Insanity, Plague Storm, Polymorph, Power Word Blind, dim son. A Bolt of Dark Energy and use it to make a ranged touch attack. Touch attacks are not that crazy good though. Not a huge fan for me personally at least. CCGSC. Gotta resist. Gotta resist. Legendary proportions. Six size bonus to strength score, 4 size bonus to constitution score. Bonus to initial armor, DR10 adamantine. Well, some giga spells there, holy shit. Kinda like Firebrand, not gonna lie. Seems like the ultimate buff there. And works for everyone, so... That's not the one target thing, yeah? Let's try. Seems a very powerful. Alright, what do we have for you here? So no fear, I guess, when raging. Immune to shaken and frightened conditions. Guard stance, not really. Increased damage reduction is always nice. Immune to sick and nauseated. I think I go for this actually. Sometimes fear might be annoying. You can prevent it with buffs though. The morale bonus on the will saves she also receives during a rage. That could be kinda good. So will extra will saves on that one. So whenever we go full rage mode, I could switch maybe to the super sword. Try that one. Yeah, might lead to some fiesta sometimes, but I guess try. No more saves. Sure. No, that spear I got was actually quite good, I wonder if I want to stick to that one. Okay, I don't really think there is that much more that I want here. It's actually kind of nice. The problem is the weapon focus. Yeah, the Boston storage is not something I really use that much. And this speed right now is nice, especially if you get crit with that one a lot. And just a lot of auto casting going on. Man, this is like the annoying part. Like spaking yourself into one out of so many weapon types. Don't like that. That is the part of the system I don't like. It's just way too specific. So you get some cool drops, and you switch the type of weapon, and all this stuff becomes kinda obsolete. And that I don't like. I guess I could go for... That was the spear, I think, right? Let me see. Short spear even. In particular, with the increased threat range, like I wonder if I'll get something better than this. It's level 16, a level 16, 10, 18. That's the two-handed. I kind of want to commit to this one. Oh, this one has already increased the threat range. Yeah, doesn't stack, so improve critical I don't really need. Only that makes it easier. So I guess I go for spear, a short spear spec. In particular, actually, it already has the crit range. Maybe whatever. Let's get the penetrating strike. That will work only with oh, actually, wait a second. Score a critical hit. The opponent becomes sickened for 1 minute. Becomes staggered. Ah. Effects does not stack. Additional hits instead on the duration. That actually might be good though. Maybe better, and that works with any weapon, so... Doesn't say there is any... But you can only apply the effects of one critical feat to a given critical hit unless you possess critical mastery. How do we possess the critical mastery? Let's see. Dueling mastery. Blinding critical. No, the base attack bonus should be higher, I see. Coordinate gun smash. Disarm. Exhausting critical too. So where's my critical mastery then? What do we need for it? Alright, so I need a bunch of perception and stuff for this. Alright. No, I don't really see it. What exactly that mastery is? Maybe it's for some classes or something only. So we only can get one. So either like the sickening or staggering. +10 base attack bonus, which is, well, at least 13, but it seems like it's less than 15. So that's like 23 DC. That's not too bad, Yeah, the fortune saves just reduces duration. Tiring critical also could be good, Comes fatigue and then we can get them exhausted also. Wonder what is better, staggering or tiring? Maybe sickening even. Anti-effect duration. Then go with stagger, fine. Until we're still stuck with the weapon ability. Probably should, Yeah, Lindsay probably will become even better. It's already quite insane. I would say server and bonus combat feed, those are kind of lethal, I think. Full speed using stealth. Save against poisons. It's 3 bonus in all checks, improving the chosen skill. What can we even get on this one? Oh, is this stuff? What kind of combat tricks we do have though? I think perception is not... Yeah, perception is kind of not that crazy on her, really. Ability, trickery, stealth, knowledge is... Could improve the trickery check, maybe. Or the skill focus. Increasing the amount of performances. I can't even do it with this one. More stealth stuff. I mean, with improved stealth, I guess on her I can get some stealth shots there. Not sure if I really need to. This one. Combat maneuver defense. Get some of these. You started to do some damages, I guess. Full attack make multiple range weapon attacks against same opponent. Total damage from all hits before applying that opponent's damage reduction. Oh, I see how it goes. All right. Whatever. Let's go. Fine. Go for level 2. Visibility might be alright. It's not a super upgraded one though, but I mean, still level 5. It's recovering some stat damage. This might be good, huh? Maybe though she has like the AoE kind of heroism thingy. But I think that might be nice. This one. Nauseated condition for the duration of the spell. If it fails, its will save. I go with this. And the super heroism. I'll see what we can do with that. Time to make Knock Knock even more OP. Well, let's go. Attack opportunity against an opponent has just been struck for damage in melee by another character. That could be not too bad, eh? The dispelling attack. More damage that way. Improved blind fight. Could be not too bad, eh? A good critical focus there. Point. Yeah, what do you have there? 8 spells. Yeah, full slots, full. One more. Do you be liking some restoration? Rest is more niche. Recovery. Some super buffs here. Doesn't look like it. Another yawn. Another greater restoration, maybe. These are very nice. Although this one. She is surrounded by glowing red aura of vengeful fate. Around when the target makes an attack or casts a spell. Must succeed a fortune saving throw. Target fails, it takes damage plus with the modifier electricity damage. That's maybe not too bad too. Build yourself. No, you can buff someone. Magic circle against evil effect. Destruction. Right. So now we know. Now we can finish this finally. Let's go. And that will be the next chapter, I guess. After. Well, part 5. Yeah, makes sense. So fifth chapter will be over after the part 5 of the curses are done. Makes sense. Sure. Alright, action is coming. Let's go.
How may I help?
I wrote it like I saw it.
I'm up for an adventure.
Something
Prepare.
bothering you?
Yeah, prepare for the fiesta.
Adventures call to them.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Now we just need this. Or is it this one?
I'm listening.
Prayer I can use already in combat.
I know mystic theology,
What else do we have?
bombomancy, eldritch sciomancy, and many other clever words.
Get him with this too.
Move quiet.
And Lindsay was called forth.
If we go like the heroism on him. Make knock knock insane.
Share your troubles. Right here, my friend.
Buffs.
Just letting the ink dry.
It's time.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
This time. Ah, this Warren's time too also. The immense mandragora. Sure. This one. God, these comes, man. Why did that happen even there? Let's see. Oh, that would require some AoEing. Seems like about time. I shouldn't even take that. Got some dang swarm there. Decided not to disperse. And also regions. It's gonna be fun. Big fun. Now you'll know G and stuff, right?
Tear them apart!
No, that works, sorry.
They go down!
And the one hit though. That's unlucky then. That's very unlucky then. Actually should put it on him there. Knock knock would benefit from that.
Onwards!
All immune to this stuff all the time also. Dude, that's gonna be annoying.
This shaman work, not hero work. Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Also got Noji there and stuff too. Re. So we need some Giga restoration here. Can even do it. Alright, that works. Good thing I got a bunch of restorations there. This one's probably down now.
Look at me, Gorum!
Hit with the bite there.
Head down. Move quiet.
That's where it would be nice to have some AoE. Which you kinda do have, but... actually... it might work. Okay, they're immune to that shit. But I could at least get some damage out. Guess not. How much damage these do even have? They sure do heal a lot, I have to say. Restoration didn't even help against that.
Be easier if you not fight back.
Yeah, I need some quality AoEs there, not this shit. The quality AoE. Can I use heal on you then, maybe? I don't know. That beast with heal. What?
Bring it!
It's an interesting one. We don't have any AoEs like this. Come on. This Pergy doesn't work. It's only against one. Like, why is he affected by this shit even? What happened there?
This is where I
Not being recovered. It doesn't even give me the turn.
Stay behind me!
Sure, we're gonna eventually get him. I'll just skip this shit. Is it like the poison resistance I'll need for this shit then? It's a fun swarm there. How much damage I needed even to get them then? I needed to go like full lightning or something. Just gonna try to like stay away with PP, I guess, since we need his AoEs there. Otherwise, this swarm is a bit of a annoyance there. The camera there. Get in. I should save after the precast. I don't think that will be that big of a problem. Rain also. Not sure if it's too bad. I will see. Alright, let's go.
What troubles you?
Share your troubles.
Does anyone require my counsel?
How may I help?
Anything is possible.
Good hope we get this here.
I need to concentrate.
This here.
I wrote it like I saw
I'll
it.
try to invis him maybe actually.
Head down, move quiet. Ready to stab.
Confide in me.
Not sure that would work though. I guess we could try. Let's neutralize poison. Didn't get a delay one with me, I guess. Unlucky.
I'm up for an adventure.
Set busy yourself.
Adventures call to them.
Let's try. Already invis. What's the coming of delay poison though? Let's try that, maybe that will do.
Clever approach.
Right here, my friend.
Let's try. Having to do that. Yeah, I do agree, I do agree. Hello, Ladvian. It is indeed quite something.
Keep your wits about you.
That is true.
And Lindsay was called forth.
To victory!
True, Ladvian, true. You will kinda need it, that's for sure. I wonder if lightning works that well against the swarms. The firebolt didn't really do that crazy much there. What if we tried this instead? Yeah, that wasn't that effective. I feel like I'll need a whole bunch of AoE here. Maybe if we try to stall this though. Gonna work, right? No. Yeah, they go here, that's good. Not super good because of a negative strength though, but at least they didn't get to my caster with his AoEs. So I guess it may be not too bad. Let's see. Knock knock. Let's get you some more action going. The lightning gonna go here. That was better than that fire shit, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Okay, you got Cat's Graze already. Not sure if it works on saving that I succeeded in. Well, actually, at least one got slowed. That's something.
Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
I kind of want to get rid of this trash as fast as possible. Crush and despair everyone. Why you do that? Bye-bye.
Tear them apart!
Nice opportunity there. Oh, that was a lucky one. This one doing. Definitely touches. Not sure we really need that at this point. I need some restorations there. I didn't get anything bad. I guess I just gotta go. This was actually attack rolls too. Sure. I'll get him everything. But the swarms is still back somehow. Not anymore. You should protect yourself a bit there. Just in case.
Be easier if not fight back.
Alright, so we don't want this barrier to go all over the place. Let me redo it. Almost. Restore after. I think this should be enough now. Dude, this is like the Giga Swarms there. The Giga Swarms. What else do we have there? That could be kinda alright. Yeah.
Serves you right.
Yeah, a lot of it, yeah. And I mean that worked before on them. These swarms just kind of like some Giga Swarm there. I'm not sure exactly why. Like usually there's just one shot with Fireball. Like So far, mostly it was one shot with fireball. The swarm is just like some ultimate swarm. Oh, these are slow at least, alright.
Onward!
Yeah, already lost the haste there. I need to get this shrine healed then. Get the haste back then. Trying to tell me I don't have diamond dust. That can be it. Yep. Okay, just fox it. Alright, nice. That was a lot of strain loss there. A good thing we got it back. Nice hit chances on that one. I need to get haste back. Should use her actually for haste probably. Probably. Get Giga heroism here too. Oh, this one actually even distant now. Nice, not touch distance. I like it. Time for what, bro?
Stay behind me! Justice!
I will saves for everything. That's at least something. The regular enemies kinda whatever. But there I guess we don't need because it's raining anyway. Gonna be the same shit. Shoot some. Oh, pointless. Alright. Yeah, fuck him up.
Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire first. Hey.
Quite a sneak attack though. It still it is.
Let us strike as one! Ah!
You mean the sneak attack? I like the embedded true sight or something. What else do we have? Show him. And maybe back to being the carry. Yeah, that's here, right? Got some old friends there. That the main one. I guess lightning isn't gonna do much then. Immune to fire snake. Oh, this should take extra damage from missiles, I guess. Everything else gonna be not that good. That's fine. I do have actually energy resistances if I want. That will make this reveal. Not this turn, I guess.
Be easy if you not fight back. That hurt?
Do not falter. Ah!
He does okay. Immune to despair there. And it's all over. You know what? Now that we have all the rage and stuff, get the Giga Sword out. Got it? There we go.
Tear them apart!
Nice lightning, bro. Get you. That crazy. Not that crazy. There's some fearsome shit going on. I want to remove. No, it's actually bonus against fear effects. You know what? I'm gonna do this just in case. I killed the tree.
Knock stats. Ooh, that one went deep.
And this boy is small.
Oh, quiet. Ready to
I kinda want to aim the despair gear, even though he's immune. Prayer for the debuff? Nah, not really. Actually, I think only she should have it left, right? Strain damage. Yeah, but I can reach though. Can't reach though, I get her raid too. That should be good damage now.
They go down!
Finally got, well, you got the trip on the Will-O-Wisp out of everything. All right. Kick. How do you trip a Will-O-Wisp even? There's no legs, bro. All right. You're just gliding there, floating. That probably was second there. Maybe third time I got the trip with her bite finally. You out now? Should be in the fifth one. Well, everything else is done already. Yeah, this should be still kind of barbarian chapter because next one haven't started yet, even though like I finished already everything long ago. But I was like getting like a bunch of companion quests and stuff. So I guess now we're gonna finally finish it. The next one is good after all. Spear dog shit. Isn't there even like not that many of them left, I think, after. There's like a couple more really, I think, in total. I need to remove that. The strain debuff. No, it's 11, alright. Shouldn't be too bad then. So I'm gonna get to the sixth one. Probably about now.
I must replenish my powers.
He excitedly weighs around a letter written in neat handwriting in an expensive stationery. I have news. Take a look. Ravetti, King of Pitax, sent you an invitation to the Rushlight tournament. Not going to miss it, right? And you're taking me, of course. All the high society of Pitax will be there, including people from the academy, and maybe even Headmaster Atalia Gitarin. I'd love to see her face when she hears about the book Professor Eobald is writing with me. As this tournament, Ravetti holds once in several years. Guests come from all nearby kingdoms. Mivon, Gralton, Brevoy. Haven't been there personally, but I hear it's always a lot of fun. You want the complete experience? Yeah, that would be nice to get the complete experience indeed. Tell me of Pitax and its king. Imagine a roadhouse full of pirates, mercenaries, smugglers, spies, and other gentlemen of fortune, drinking to their successes, talking business, buying, selling, hiring, choking, burying. Now take this roadhouse and imagine it's the size of a kingdom. That was Pitax before Ravetti. Now imagine some unknown bard enters the roadhouse, pulls off a few shady deals, and suddenly became its owner. Everything is the same as it was, but now the walls are covered with portraits of the owner, a band plays music every night, the juggler with the pet bear walks around the room, the gnome strippers dance on the tables, the barmen sell a variety of racist substances from the Maria beyond its beer. That's Pitax now. The event until now. How would I know what goes on in Ravetti's head? And maybe he just thought you weren't important enough as a baron. But now you're a bona fide king. He's equal, you could say. There's no reason not to invite you to what he considers the major social event of the year. Sure this isn't a trap? Certainly possible. There's definitely some catch here. This is Ravetti we're talking about after all. But I doubt he tried to kill you at his own festival with business partners from all his neighbors present. He's more likely to try to sell you on some fraudulent deal or another, so keep your eyes and ears open and don't sign anything. Sure. Yeah, great. Trap or no, it will at least be a ton of fun. You will take me with you, right? Pretty please. Absolutely. Need all the buffs and heals.
Ravetti, King of Pitax, invited our king to a tournament. But why? A demonstration of neighborly amiability, perhaps? Unlikely. The ruler of Pitax was renowned for his devious guile.
There we go. To go to the tournament. Let's see, so we just need to take her with us there. Let's go. I've already got some damage restored there too, even. That's good.
Without a doubt.
Sila Venesi. Good luck with your work, man. Good luck with your work. Yeah, I'm gonna do some more. Now gonna be the coffee time. An hour and a half, I guess. Then we're gonna do some more. Just this week basically gonna be like just a bunch of Pathfinder. Gonna get that progress sort it all out until a boomerathon starts. That would be nice. There will be more stuff to play. And Fallout 1 already started, so you know there's already some RPGing to do. There's already, as soon as this is over, I basically just like switch to Fallout, I guess, in terms of RPG. Fiesta, I'm gonna finish that run that I started on my charity stream. There it is. So now I guess we can just like cross around here somewhere. go here, I feel like. Here and Bale, hello, good morning. What the hello, How are we doing? Someone on the road,
You make an epic pose. I need inspiration.
Cultists. Got already some effect on his ass there. Alright. This still. Interesting. Think around by doing good, Yeah, doing all alright, Maybe just to be chillin'. That's half HP gone. Chillin' doing some RPG fiesta. Another week, another beautiful Monday. Ja, they transform, I see, alright. That's what happens. Alright, well, re-show him. Who's the boss of the gym? None of them moving. Right, get closer then. Prepare for action. These guys only gonna be a bit tricky for Valerie to think, probably. Yeah, they sometimes have like half her defense, basically. I guess not directly half her defense, but kinda don't care about half of it, let's put it that way. That was good, Alright, this guy's suicidal. There's some archers here.
Stay behind me. Ah!
This is what I need then. And now we are talking. I think I ignore this dude actually. Fine.
Which knife to use?
Maybe like a one hit here. Killing this guy doesn't really matter. Let's slide in here. Kinda can. That might hurt on the way though. But whatever. Just to prevent the shooting here. I think first hit you get like some really reduced chance to block, and then it kinda gets better. Did you reach this one? No, it doesn't. Unlucky. Unlucky. Okay, don't really even care. And heals it. This guy probably dead. Yeah. Still managed to shoot though. Wait, why? Did I press skip? Alright, whatever. PP again.
Any last wishes?
Shouldn't really be a problem here.
I'm writing
Come on.
Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
No, 17 already. So it was 10, 16, 17 now. I survived them.
Let us strike as one! Ha!
This
And
is
the
where
despair
I
gear.
step in.
They actually started shooting stuff
Be easier if
successfully. Mostly garbage.
Anything is possible.
I can see my destination.
Alright. Actually, that was like scripted stuff. Maybe missing something here. I don't think so. I can like force this encounter on you.
Focus on the
Couldn't
goal.
evade this one or anything. That should be for a reason. Maybe not exactly. Some Lamarche the cultists or something. Molding. Probably. Ooh, right. Continue.
May we have a moment of respite?
So we should indulge no problems. Super guard, eh?
This Rushlight tournament is such a wonderful idea. I'm so amazed, ravished by the celebrations people hold.
I still can't believe you're a real diva. That's so interesting. How mysterious it all is. And what happens there, beyond the boundary of death.
The real diva, son. And the pop music one, eh? Got tired. Alright, that's good at least. Castrucci Ravetti, one and only. Ravetti greets you personally. Bulky Khalid is broad-shouldered and looks to be somewhere around 50 years of age. Nice Khalid actually too, huh? The sneaky, tricky Khalid, alright. Golden crown sits on long greasy hair above a heavily powdered face covered in bristle, and his expensive doublet is stained with oily spots. He guffaws as he squeezes you in a bear hug, enveloping you in the mixed scent of sweat, wine, and expensive perfume.
Well, my crown-bearing brother, welcome to my home. Stuff yourself, drink, be my guest. You've proven yourself in combat as well as affairs of state. Let's see how you do at having fun.
Brother? What? Why? Ah, it's the crown. He's better.
I'll see. Maybe to finally meet you.
It's no good for kings and queens to stay in our palaces all the time. We need to meet, be friends with one another. It's all about keeping up neighborly relations, you know. So here's the plan.
Hey, Sog.
First, the Fishers' Triathlon. Then a boasting contest. And in the evening, the best part, a drunken melee. In the interim, there'll be a buffet, a fair, jugglers, acrobats, all the usual entertainment. And after the melee, I'll announce the winner. And then we'll have a festive banquet and a fireworks show. Then we just drink till morning or find a tent to crawl into. Your own or someone else's, depending on your luck. By the way, a knockout such as yourself will always be welcome in my tent. Just joking. Just a joke.
Unless...
Oh, and one more thing. I'll have to seal your sheath. This is a peaceful celebration, after all, and bullies will be kicked out immediately. It doesn't matter if it's a king who decided to kick up a row or just a shopkeeper. So behave yourself and don't start any fights while you're here. Although I wouldn't mind baring my sword for such a luxurious sheath.
Son. Let's see what she gonna say. That you alone disappointed and Clara said they were very with son and disguised contempt.
Well, I have to go. If you need anything, talk to Nunzio Arpaia. He's my master of ceremonies, so he's responsible for organizing this mess. Have fun.
Sure. The contest time. Let's see. These here. The hunters. The hunter ladies. All yellow or bloodshot eyes scan the faces in the room nervously. Noticing you, he grabs for his seal of the sheath. What? Who are you? Oh, it's your Royal Highness. Forgive me. Didn't recognize you. An honor. Truly a huge honor. I'm a carnivore, a simple salesman. What does he sell? What do you care? Fish and the like. Who are you? Told you already, a gnome's voice rises in anger. I'm a simple salesman, not rich, not noble. Why would a king concern himself with me? He wouldn't. Who would you recommend to meet? Probably Sock, yeah, shouldn't be too much. No one, everyone. How should I know? I'm just a simple salesman. Leave me be. Yes, your highness, great honor. Go have fun. Saucy dude. The drunk bully staggers toward you, his expensive doublet wet with wine. As he passes, he brushes shoulders with you and starts yelling, his breath rank with alcohol. Watch yourself. Do you think you are a pig? Tramped on my food and ruined my doublet. Heck, I'm gonna demand satisfaction. The bully out with a stealthy blow. Poof. Notices you drive a swift blow at the bully's solar plexus. It simply seems as though he swayed and leaned on you, after which you graciously helped him step away to lie down in the shade. Easy life. Yeah, it shouldn't be even that crazy. It's like few more chapters. Wouldn't be anything crazy. I kinda get like more and more OP with stuff, so
My destination.
shouldn't even be too bad, Stronger and stronger every time. Now some of the quests lending a bunch of XP too, so that's good. Traders. Deal here. Best me when he's steel. Notice Valerie eyeing one of the blades. The winter's stall, her eyes shining with almost childlike admiration. Can't seem to tear her gaze away from it. Something interesting? No, nothing special, just... See the proof? A mark on this sword. It belongs to the master who supplied the training swords to my first swordplay instructor. First sword I ever held had this mark. I shall likely remember this symbol to the day I die. Never thought I would see this proof mark again. Have I not? I always smile like you are now. You blush as embarrassed but happy, and she decisively placed her hand on yours as you reach for your coin purse. Thank you, but that is completely unnecessary. The swordsmith would not be pleased to know his work was just lying about when it could be loyally serving someone else. I'm just happy to remember those days and have the chance to share the memory with you. I'm ready to do this, probably only with you. Don't want the sword though? Let's see, alright, sure. Oh, what do we have? The Bastardo plus 4. It'd be nice to have the magical one though. The Anarchic Hammer. Well, I mean, I do have already plus 4 enhancement. Keen with a good debuff. Oh, this is Touch of Chaos. Anytime the rolls a d20, they must roll twice and take the less favorable result. Some longbow might be nice too. The gnome hooked hammer. A jolt. A runic mage blade. Plus 3 shock scimitar, and that's the runic part though. With touch spell charge, the weapon's enhancement bonus is plus 2 better than its actual bonus, as is for Amogus. That's for Amoguses. Oh, that's the one I have. Quite expensive. I do be having that one. A whimsy. I can get that for Lindsay. It's also composite short bow, and I got the spec in short bows for her too. But maybe it's time, fine. Not sure about anything else. Buster sword for Valerie would be nice, but she also has this nice spear. Chaos Hammer also would go for her then, mostly. And I think we already have good stuff for her, so whatever. Any garbage to sell. What are they doing actually? You're right, Jin, good morning. How we doing? Slow and haste spells cast by the wearer have their duration increased. Then that might be nice. That might be quite good. That's kind of nice, but no one really using this. That's the problem. Right, let's see. Let's see. Doing good, man. Doing good. I am good. Oh, good thing you're recovering. My friend also got sick now. All of a sudden. So basically doesn't really... +1 damage. A better enhancement than this, like the Hideous Slaughter stuff might be kinda good. Sure. Not bad. Reynolds suddenly got pretty sick of there. Like Friday, I guess, also or something. Last couple of days, apparently. Alright. Hey Zero, hello. How we doing, man? And to be sick on the weekend sucks so much. I mean, true. That is true, eh?
Without a doubt.
Better to be sick on the work days, especially when you don't need to work when sick. That's the best feeling. Well, not the best feeling being sick in general, though. So why these days for some reason? I mean, you know. The winter do be like that sometimes, and just way too cozy. I just want to sleep some more. It happens. It happens. Ooh, the sun. Ah. 4 abilities from the list below. That's a chunky and expensive ring, though. I already spent a bunch of money before. Belt makes first, second, and third level spells cast by its wearer empowered and extended. It's not gonna work for Amiri, I think, though. God, you're doing good. I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. Well, this would be kind. Well, actually, plus 6 resistance on saving throw is already good enough there. Let's see. Movement speed, AC, DCs of all spells, and usable abilities. Skill checks, weapon damage rolls. Oh, some good things there, really.
There are many roads to success.
Hello, Kishpi, hello. How are we doing? That was the invitation. And this one. Ingeborg, the Golden Quill, professor of the Academy of Grand Arts of Pitax. What country, what city had the honor of being a birthplace to a magnificent king, the unparalleled Castruccio of Italy? This question is more difficult than it seems. Commonly believe that he comes from Numeria. Starfall is usually named as his homeland, but his noble features point to a relationship with the Taldan nobility. Theorize that his true homeland is Apar, and the ancient capital of the great empire. Little Castruccio once ran upon his granite pavements, feasting his eyes upon the golden spires and domes. Take in the spirit of royal grandeur. Sure bought that one. Oh yeah, that's the map. And that we already did. The Goblini merchant, the one. A new wears a new bag, all new, all bestest. Only me be old, I can't be any bester. Ah, look at his pitiful stuff. How much choice for a hero to buy. No guys and traders goods with obvious greed, though he still manages to turn around with feigned disdain. Let's see, anything interesting? Is the same stuff still? The Mace of Churk. Still the same assortment.
I can see my destination.
Neither be nice. Sounds good. What about the shops? Amid the tournament's frivolity, notice the two men nearby are having a heated but harsh discussion. One wears a fleshy clothing fit for an entertainer, whereas the other wears the steel armor and red cloak of Pitax's guard. Difficult to hear what they're saying. Stealthy. Two huddle near one another, their voices on the occasion rising above the ambient laughter and music. You're able to overhear the rest of their conversation. Don't chase the entertainer. I don't know quite what you're up to, Imar, but I know that, Luke, you're planning something dangerous. This is the time. You know he's become harsher about. Look around you, Talvin. This celebration, it's just more blood and sport to cover for the ongoing troubles, and we've both helped shepherd it along. This isn't the future we had planned for, but it's the one the fates have dealt. Can we really stand by? Begins to raise his hand and strike a pose of preparing to make a bold declaration. Guard's hand intercepts Amar's arm, firmly preventing the entertainer from making a scene. You know how harsh justice is these days. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it would crush me to see noble intentions harming good people, especially like you. Appreciate those feelings, I do. Amar gently removes Talvin's hand from his arm, but what Pitax needs now is action, and I intend to act. Then looks up, spots you, and smiles as Talvin frowns and sadly walks away. It's a rare day that life emulates a screenplays, Your Highness. Could it be that heroes have arrived in the people's time of need? Oh, heroism, that's exactly what we do. That symbol on his clothing, that marks him as a member of the Red Crescent tier on Pitax, a fellow artist. Billy extracts our journal. Imagine the stories we could write together. That seems to be the problem. I first arrived here 5 years ago, answering King Raveri's call for artists and actors to make Pitax a new crucible for the arts. But admittedly, the king dedicated plenty of money to building new theaters and schools. Art only thrives, though, when there are visitors and patrons to pay for it. Ahmed sidles closer, lowering his voice, and that's where Raveri has failed. Pitax River is our lifeline, connecting us to the outside world. River pirates know it, and they prey upon incoming travelers. You might think the king would thwart these pirates and defend his people, but no, he's only sent escorts to protect key shipments, leaving everyone else to the pirates' depredations. This tournament, it hides how we suffer from the king's inaction. Now when the king's soldiers cannot or will not vanquish the villains, what happens in the stories? The winks and gestures knowingly. That's right, heroes step in. Numerous victims have told me of the attacks, and I have pieced together the approximate location of the pirates' camp. You can ambush and defeat them, traffic will flow, commerce will thrive, and you'll command the adoration of the boatmen, dock workers, artists, and more. Naturally, I'm prepared to write a play dramatizing your exploits. What do you say? Sure. And grins eagerly. Then it's settled. I'll write down the directions real quick, and when you're done, you meet me in Pitax so I can hear your account. No doubt the magistrate will be pleased to stop getting piracy complaints too. Just a roll of parchment from a scroll tube. Hope you'll arrive in time to see my latest production. Speaking of which, I'm already late to overseas rehearsal. Well, that's more like it. Let's go crash those pirates, and we'd be better not waste time here. And don't like Pitax or its people. Everyone's always trying to cheat you or swindle you or drag you into some other cunning scumbaggery. Consider this a little preview. A good hunting. Alright, let's see.
Focus on the goal.
Disposing of pirates there, sure. Also about the pirates. A concerned dock workers crowd around a finely dressed half-elf who listens to the workers with imperious dignity. Says that we've been telling you, Judge, this is the third shipment in 2 months they've stolen from us. Can't keep that up. Doesn't matter how good the last year's business been. No cargo means no pay, and no pay means no new shipments. Ask you about the thefts before, and there's nothing changed. Where's the King's justice, Your Honor? Patiently motions for silence, and it's true that pirates have taken route along the Pitax River and attacked several shipments heading upriver. The King has, pauses noticing you for the first time, adjusts his posture to stand taller and straightens his sash of office before continuing. King Gravedi shall address the problem soon, however he will hear no formal complaints until after the Rushlight tournament. In the meantime, he advises the travelers downriver take care around Littletown. Until then, partake in the festivities and the King's generosity. If anyone has further questions or concerns, I'm at your disposal. Gathered workers grumble and disperse, barely mollified by this response. I called this tiny village in Pitaxian backwoods a town. Was flattering it. This tiny dot is barely visible on the map. I'll see. Sash cuts across this man's chest, identifying him as a magistrate of Pitax. Makes a shallow bow while keeping his head inclined upward. Is it being polite while also conveying his superiority? And may the King's law guide you at the Rushlight tournament today. Is there a problem? Ah, yes, that. Sets his teeth into practice smile, though his teeth briefly grind together. An outbreak of river piracy has caused some consternation among the citizens. Simply avoid or exercise caution near a little town in the meantime. A body has a history of vanquishing bandits. Let's be clear, declares the magistrate, narrowing his eyes with disdain. Pitax's armed forces are entirely capable of handling these criminals. No need for would-be heroes or aspiring vigilantes to get involved, much less foreign interests. I recommend enjoying the rest of the festival. Be so deaf to the people's woes, and he calls himself a judge. Knew a judge once, spent nights butchering her own kin, then went on to become a zombie, and this guy seems fine by comparison. True. Can understand his reluctance to allow foreigners to meddle in his kingdom's affairs, but I cannot understand such blatant negligence of justice and the safety of his subjects. Believe we bet. Half-elf motions to his sash. The Honorable Walsh Kilvaway, the magistrate of Pitax, a judge of the people's concerns and executor of the King's justice. I'll see. Don't see much. Some loot. And some more traders. There's more of these books laying around. Let's see. Do you have them? Kinetic diadem. Ah, it's for kineticist. Increase the damage dealt by the simple energy blasts. Simple physical blasts. Composite energy blasts instead deal additional 66 damage. That's pretty good, eh? Don't really use her that much now, though. But that seems pretty good, eh? We'll see. Need to budget it. Don't really have that much. Really buy everything already, eh?
Without a doubt.
Finesse against the finest dwarven locksmithing. Crack the lock at the price. I'll challenge the best dwarven locks in Fire King's Mountains. We're on lockpick. Why not show off your skills? 3 chests bound with the finest dwarven locks straight from High Helm. 1 attempt is 500 gold. Open the lock, you get some of your money back. 2 locks, you get back more than you paid. Open all 3 and you get the grand prize. I was there. I can't really see. Can't really see. That's 34 there. It should be good enough, but let's see, can I improve that? The dex probably, right? Oh, this one doesn't really affect. Alright, so we need something in particular. Actually, speaking of, give me this. I might just not have anything like this on me right now. Maybe I do have some spells that could help me with this, though. And there's something that would increase our trickery levels on skill checks. Yeah, there's something like that. Size category doesn't really affect that, probably. Update it. Tangent-based skill checks. Does the dex one benefits that too? Nah, I think it's basically just for those skill checks. Thought there was something for it. I was improving some of the stats. I'm being wrong. I think something like Blessed. Actually, not maybe Blessed itself works. Yeah, maybe. The shields. Summons protections. God, a second, let me see.
Something bothering you?
It's just bonus attack rolls and stuff. Skill checks, ability checks, actually. So maybe that will do, actually, then. These skill checks. I guess we need the ability checks, not that. There is right. There's it on skill checks, though. Let me see, actually.
Share your troubles.
How much do you have? Like 34.
I'm listening.
Oh, will that do?
Adventures call to them.
It does work. It's a very short one, so I need to use the long one then. That we can. Fine.
Never stop learning.
On target, the table's right here. I wish you the best of luck.
Right here, my friend.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Confide in me.
I wrote it like I saw it. Applause, please.
Something bothering you?
Anything is possible. Anything else?
And the hardest to look remains. We can get even more, I wonder. Even more.
I'm listening.
Yeah, whatever, let's try. Should be good enough.
Just letting the ink dry.
But this is rigged.
Share your troubles.
That sounds like Scumbots to me.
Adventures call to them. It's just not my lucky day.
What's the trouble, though? So did we get this stuff though?
Right here, my friend.
What troubles you?
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Last remains undefeated, but we still should get more than we invested, I guess, so... That should be good, huh? Unless we do it again.
I can see my destination.
I guess I kinda did, though. Yeah, fine. It goes back here. There's nothing around here, really. Fine, let's go in. I'll stop there, too. But let's see... do we have here? Regards King PP again, Gasper Lesenza at your service. Sent you the trader house, let's see. Yourself, head of the Lesenza family and master of what remains of the Iron Fox trade house. Before you already took the crown, it would have been my family receiving you at our house, unless we simply guessed at his celebration now. Got it to lose influence. It's a dark and sordid story, and I swear I'd give my life to learn the full truth of it. Pitax was founded by 4 families and ruled by their 4 trade houses for centuries. We quarreled from time to time, of course, and the property didn't always change hands peacefully, but none of us would dream of impinging on another family's lawful rights. And then Iravedi appeared. I underestimated him, thought him nothing more than another adventurer like the thousands of others in the region, handled matters quickly and chaotically, and with assets running through his fingers faster than chips at the card table. His wealth grew rapidly, but he still wasn't a big fish, for a while at least. He invited representatives from all the trade houses to play cards, and no one really knows exactly what happened, but by morning he owned most of their assets, including the crown. They suspected a rigged game and sent representatives from the families to discuss the matter with him. And then a wave of disappearances rolled across the city. My brothers, the former kings of Pitax, disappeared along with many other honorable people. Then Iravedi made it clear that the lives of his hostages would depend upon our obedience. And was king, now wealth and power lay in ruins. Hey Logan. $100 in this game to the chapter 2. Yeah, that sounds about right. I have at this point 100. When was it? 122 even. And yeah, I would say it was like probably after like 80 or something. It actually kinda the pace started. So yeah, chapter 2 took also a while. I know the feel, especially if you don't autopilot the kingdom control stuff, then it probably takes way more. Like I just autopiloted that. So far I feel like it was a really good decision though, because otherwise it will be even more. And I mean, I don't really mind long playthroughs, but could be a little bit too much. A little bit too much. And not in the way that I enjoy it with the management stuff. It seems so, wouldn't it? Yet appearances can be deceiving. Yes, he's made many rich and happy, but there are many more lies that he's dragged through the mud for his own endless celebration. Trust me, there are many who would gladly put an end to his rule, but the king has so many spies that everyone's afraid to even discuss it. Ask the head of his precious academy, Atalia Gitterin, what she thinks, or maybe High Priest Dre Yarns. You'll see their mouths shut tighter than an oyster shell. Actually having fun still though, that's the important part, indeed. But you recommend I meet here? It'd do better to tell you whom you should avoid. There's a gloomy, sickly-looking gnome when wandering about Harnviriel, chief of the so-called Thieves Guild. He's Ravedi's primary business partner, and they understand the word business.
Keep up the good
Oh
work.
shit.
Kleiner als 3.
Thank you, Saban. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I will do. I will do. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That is very nice of you. Appreciate it. But yeah, as long as you still do be having fun, that's the important stuff. Yes, he really does. Simply not picking pockets. A fellow came from the Mary shortly after Riveri started his reign. I won't lie, Pitaxian trade houses occasionally made some questionable deals, but before Riveri, those like Viriel were driven from the city faster than you can see a first dose is free. The man's a drug pusher. He sells the blood rush extract, and they say it enhances all senses extraordinary and evokes vivid visions, but also affects minds and could be toxic in repeated doses. I saw those who overuse it. They could not put three words together. Because of Viriel, half of the city's youth is on his trash. Everybody's pleased as punch about it. The more time the citizens spend in altered states, the fewer questions they ask. Gnome also uses his own product. It affects both the body and the mind. Fears his own shadow, seeing deception and trickery everywhere. Those who deal with him hope for fabulous profits, but they more often than not end up at the bottom of the river. Not speaking with your highness. I'm surprised he's speaking that openly about that stuff. The bulls, the bulls on this guy. Now 1 second, I'm gonna go get some banon. Be right back. Yo, got me some banon. Assim que esqueci, furia, assim. The engineering math, damn son, some five-head stuff. Sounds good, Sounds good, I have one of the people to talk to, I think. Alright, is here already. Thank you for stopping by. Grocery sounds good. Good luck, sir. Have a good one. Gonna finish banon. Some more dialogue. Alright. Actually, 1 second. Recharge this phone. I will need it for the coffee. Alright. There we go. Continue. This is, I think, one we needed to talk to. See who else we have around them. A new face at the celebration. Pleased to meet you, Dre Yarns, High Priest of Calistria, at your disposal. There was the bee, right? Oh, the Seaver's Sting, yeah. She is a goddess of revenge. Sure, many mention revenge in their prayers to her, and probably not with the kindest words. Yeah, well versed in matters both spiritual and political. Of course, it is not my place to say what people pray to my lady for, but you're right that many would wish to revenge upon him. I'll be honest, our temple has only benefited from his rise to power, and Ravedi isn't testing you with his donations, and the celebrations he holds are beyond all praise. King himself, though, his exorbitant pride is irritating. Calistria dislikes those who would place themselves above the gods, and I wouldn't be surprised if she teaches him a lesson sooner or later. That I could deal with, though. Something else that I find harder and harder to tolerate. You see, the goddess patronizes bodily love, but only that given voluntarily. It is sometimes difficult for me to protect our young priests and priestesses from his unsolicited attentions. I fear to imagine how hard it must be for our beautiful Undead, or what Atalia Gitteran must deal with them. The king is said to often mistake the academy for his personal harem. Pitaxians worship Calistria? Of course, she's been the patron goddess of Pitax since its founding. Goddess likes our joyful town, and its citizens love her in return. If ever you visit Pitax, you would surely enjoy the proud spikes of her cathedral, and it's the most beautiful building in the city. I might recommend I meet here. Many prominent people here, as usual. First, the recommendation would be Maestro Anamid. Many would give their lives to exchange words with her. He's Pitax's best singer, and the finest of its women. Not exactly happy with Ravedi's reign. Priest looks away. Oh no, I have no issue with his reign. His generous donor and the celebrations he hosts are beyond praise. King himself, though, well, that we already had. I should go with another check. With the skill, a check. That would be better. See, HVSA. And that's the other bit, alright. Oh, prepare the famed Baron. No, excuse me, King of Champions Club now. Come to visit us. It is such a delight to see you here. Belovra, well, do you remember me? And Lindsay blurts out, turning bright red. Lindsay, of course I remember you. You and your nonsense at the poetic exam. Here you have your own publishing house now. Didn't take you for the entrepreneurial sort, but I'm happy you finally found your calling. As songs you compose for a video as bold as the ones you sang in my capital. My humble verses so offended you that you still recall their sting. Please, your highness. Doesn't behoove a person of your standing to make umbrage against a petty bard. Don't you know the old proverb, the tunes are chosen by the one who pays the piper? Watch yourself. Can have easily asked any of my admirers who Anabiyat Belovra is. That'd be about 3/4 of Pitax, and the rest are all my haters. Don't get to be the best among a city of poets and musicians without gathering a few enemies along the way, but why should I concern myself with hacks and soreheads? But the King Ravidi, her face darkens for a moment, but she quickly regains her sweet smile. Love him or hate him, you can't deny he's a great man. Tax was a boring place before him, only pirates, fences, and other scum did any business in the area. But then King Iravedi came and turned it into cultural capital of the region. With him in charge, the arts have flourished and the city's been filled with songs, paintings, and statues. I just pray that Calistria breathes the same love of the arts into the withered hearts of some of the other rulers in the region who'd prefer to squander their resources on saber rattling. Some may say that King Iravedi doesn't have a taste for arts. Any successful person that gets haters spreading dirty rumors about them, you should hear the things they say about me. Huh. Pay no mind. King is a man of exquisite taste with appreciation for all kinds of arts. King have any enemies? Of course he has enemies, lots of them, just like anyone who's actually accomplished anything in life. Take some of the old trade houses, for example, Aliasenza and some others whom he stripped of their power. They'd love to see him at the bottom of the river, but even now, in their mutual sorry states, they can't manage to work together. There's also Irsei Akalis, a captain of the guard. He was just seething with indignation when the king brought new rules to the city. But who wants to listen to the whining failures like them? He already brought a golden age to Pitax. Beauty persists in his flirtations. Animate purses her lips for a moment, then replies slowly, choosing her words carefully. I prefer not to discuss the private life of His Highness with strangers, much less my own. The details of any interactions between us will remain just that, between us. Let's please discuss another topic. About the tournament. The Blood King has run his tournament once in several years since he took the throne. Guests from all over the River Kingdoms come for it, from Daggermark to Mivon. It's a pity Brevoy didn't honor us with any representatives this year. Guess the Eldori aren't in the very festive mood right now. On the bright side, we get to host you for the first time, and Calistria willing, it won't be the last. Might you recommend I meet here? Depends on what you're looking for. If you're in the mood for pleasant company, well, you already met me. And if you're in the mood for some schadenfreude, you could listen to the whining of Gasperle Senza. Family lost the Pitaxian crown in a card game. Or maybe Atalia Gitterin, the headmaster of the academy, who seems to think her skill at bureaucracy makes her a good bard. And if thrills are what you're after, especially the shivers down your spine kind, try speaking with Karn Viriel, head of the Thieves Guild. Let's see. Oh, that's the Gitterin. Greetings, Your Highness. I'm Atalia Gitterin, headmaster of the Academy of Grand Arts. Welcome to the tournament, and it's your first time here. I'll be honest, I'm delighted to hear what you've done with Champions Club. Not so long ago, it was a little more than a hole in the ground, but you brought it real civilization. Bravo. Just some interesting news for you. Yes, Professor Eobald found refuge in our capital, and you know what? He's writing his memories of his time at the academy. Memoirs. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining read for everyone in Pitax. No, all of Avistan. A book, you say? How brave of him. I hope he doesn't neglect to include the details of his dismissal, telling his voice is ice cold and bone dry. What details? What do you mean? Iravedi King kicked a Professor Eobald out for just being too smart, didn't he? Sure, that's exactly how he described it. They call him the insightful for a reason after all. Anyway, forgive me, but I'm no interest in discussing this topic further. If you'd like to exchange idle gossip, I'm sure you can find much more willing and interesting company here. I suspect you know to whom I'm referring. Anything else? The academy, just splendid. If you ever find time to visit Pitax, I'll gladly give you a tour. Currently holding an exhibition of our graduates' works, though it's a pity that... Nah, it's fine. Believe me, I have plenty worth coming to see in a year. Something's upsetting you. No, please don't worry. I'm just disappointed that one of our best students, Trebrisant of Cordelon, couldn't be here today. Could be singing in any capital, but the king chose to send him to some backcountry village called Littletown. Of course, His Highness would never squander talent, so I'm sure we'll hear from Trebrisant again, but still, I do worry. Exactly thrilled by Raveti's power. Give me, Your Highness, but this is defamation, and my students and I owe everything to have a King Raveti. If not for him, the Academy of Grand Arts wouldn't even exist. It would be based in gratitude on my part to engage in any conspiracy against our patron. Must have me confused with Anamid. Certainly always ready to bite the hand that feeds or caresses. recommend I meet here. Not many respectable attendees today. You already know King Revetti, of course, and should be sure to speak with High Priest Ray Yarns as well. He's truly a wise and honorable man. If I may give you one piece of advice, beware of Carnivirial. Maybe business partners of King Revetti himself, but those who deal with him usually find themselves in the bad way. Showed up in the city, our dear captain of the guard, Irsicalis, has so much more work than he... stopped short scouring her mouth. Forgive me, I probably said too much. You mentioned that the circumstances surrounding your body is far insightful dismissal. Give me your highness, but I prefer not to discuss the subject. If you're truly so interested, I'm sure I'm more than a few slanderers who would gladly share all the dirty details with you. Alright. So that now goes to what? I'm still on the maid, we need to talk. Okay, I see. He'll be here. High Highness King Revetti's camp. Alright, sure. Fine.
There are many roads
I'm just
to success.
checking what we have here.
Applause, please.
A bunch of ones there. More Kogish. So here looks kind of sus. Not like we need to go there yet right now though. Okay, let's just go down here. Let's explode all of it here.
Focus on the goal.
That's where I was, alright. That's just the mountain here then. Like sort of the thingy. Alright. Alright, good then. I haven't seen the guard captain do that, I guess, though, yet. But whatever. He's not here. There's some food here. I get that. Right now we talk to the other maid again. I was there. And for Lindsay's quest. Lindsay had a question for you. I just hope it isn't about any of the lectures I used to give you at the academy. Go ahead, ask away. There's bright red, takes a deep breath and blurts out. Sorry, but I really need to know the truth. Why did the Revetti kick Professor Eobald out of the academy? Oh yes, he did move to your kingdom, didn't he? Curious how he portrayed his dismissal. I bet it was something like a poem in 6 verses recounting the tale of a tyrant toasting a poor but honest scientist for telling the truth. Reality is much more mundane. I already didn't fire you about them. Natalia did, and I have to give it to her. This time, unlike most times, she was completely right. That can't be. Oh, why? Well, Eobald is a very fine teacher, of course, but he pays too much attention to how his favorite students perform in class and not enough their extracurricular activities. Why worry if they steal a trinket here or there, maybe rough someone up on occasion, so long as their poetry and music are exemplary. Predictably, this led to a sad end. Was supposed to be just another innocent joke from one of his favorites, Londi, led to someone's death. It was an accident, certainly. The kids just underestimating their own strength. No, that's her bully. Natalia expelled a lot of them, and as always, Eobald went to stand up for them, but this time he discovered that her patience was not boundless. She blamed him, said that he'd let his troublemakers run wild so he could get out of the academy along with them. Told him she won't tolerate any more bullying, even if it's coming from a genius students. I understand it's odd to hear won't tolerate from Natalia Gitarin, but that's what really happened. Pale Lindsay looks at him with huge eyes, unable to utter a word. Then why did he send the cutthroats after him? He planned to return the old man to Pitax and make Atalne reinstate him into academy, or failing that, he at least wanted to keep him from going to you. Theobald the Insightful is a prominent name, of course, Iravedi, with one teacher serving him rather than his neighbors. Italy hide the circumstances. She doesn't like to discuss the Academy's internal affairs. Behind that neat facade, there are too many events she's looked the other way on over the years, all in good faith, of course. Thank you. Not sure you should be thanking me. I see poor Lindsay's not too happy with this truth. Hey, come on, girl, cheer up. Being disappointed by people is practically a professional necessity for people like us. Whatever I may have said before, you're not a bad bard, and then that means sometimes you have to face the music. The gulls and whispers, thank you. Right, can't believe a teacher lied to me all this time. I'm going to learn the truth soon as we get back to the capital. I'll see. The Eobold time. Oh, when we return. Alright, so we got all these here. Traders, the real. So the guard captain, I haven't seen yet. And then we can move towards the action. Magical scale mails and stuff that we can sell. Right here also. A bounty core in there.
Without a doubt.
The fights of summons. Bookmaker, Synergia and the Mysteriado. Just keep summoning. Is gone.
I will guide.
All bears. Viverns. Odags.
I can see my destination.
That's probably the one, yeah. What's going on? Something special indeed. A way you've never seen like the like. Before your eyes unfolds an epic battle between two world's greatest spellcasters, Mysteriado, the Devil Tamer of Cheliax, versus Zidmergia, Magistress of the Irisan Witches. Who'll win? Who would you bet on? The rules. I think it's just a game. I wouldn't be so sure. Rules for you are simple enough, though. Choose one of the spellcasters and place your bet. If you guess the winner, you double your wager. If you're wrong, the gold's mine. Hey there, sir. Good morning. How we doing, man? Just both. And just die there. How would that work? Your sake, an elf in leather armor scouts the crowd intently. Seems to be the only one at this celebration not participating. It's also the only one besides the guards whose weapon isn't sealed. See the Oxer, I see. The chill work day, hopefully. Sounds good then, if it actually is. Sounds good. I'm Tipitax, Captain of the City Guard at your service. Seem to be enjoying the celebration. The celebration is for you. For the city guard, it's just another work day, and right now our work is preventing disruption of the festivities. Let's go for the chicks. All looks around carefully. Not so loud. There are very ears everywhere. But if your highness must know, so be it. My fellows and I serve the city. Not the crown, not the trading houses, not whoever has the biggest purse, the city. This dump we call Pitax and all the poor fools swarmed around it. Former kings understood this. They are the ones who arranged it in the first place. When Roberti took charge, he thought that the city guard would be his personal cutthroats, and once he realized that wasn't the case, he started doing everything in his power to make our jobs harder. Now he has this personal guard he formed who are above the law and following the orders of a barbarian. And then there's Carnivirial and his so-called Thieves Guild. And scumbags flooded the entire city with the Numerian drug. Blood brush extract, the poison that turns people into mindless sheep. Former king understood that even Pitax needed some bare minimum of order to avoid falling into pieces and floating down the river. But the Revedi seems on track to burn the city to the ground. Your words are true, noble guard. Please accept my compassion and admiration. To serve the law and the needs of the people with so much against you, even your own ruler, no deed could be more worthwhile. But thanks to the city with no laws. Even pirates and smugglers have laws of a kind. And they need someone to keep their order. The city guard was created by the trading houses not long after the city was founded. And we're paid by the citizens. Not all of them like us, but they all understand things are better with us than without us. Take grip on his power over the city. Oh yes, the trading houses hate him, of course, but, well, first and foremost, he has hostages. Second, each of the families is afraid to act alone, but they are all incapable of acting together. Casperia Senza tried to unite them, but to no avail. But it's probably for the best, frankly. The last thing we need is combat in the streets. Reveri can be blamed for many things, but at least he took power quickly and without carnage. Now Revedi's enemies have nothing to do but sit around like High Priest Dre Yarns, praying for Calicia to send her giant holy wasps down to take him away. Hey Druxo, hello sir. That's the question I ask myself sometimes too, eh? What do you recommend I meet here? That depends on the purpose of your visit. If you're here on business, well, you already know King Revedi, of course, but it would be worth your time to speak with Gasperia Senza too. Trading houses may have lost much of their former power, but they're still capable of many things. If you'd like to partake of our renowned culture, there's Adamiat Belavera, the most famous bard in the city, and Natalia Gitarin as well, headmaster of the academy. Just take care, they can't stand one another. That's the same stuff, right? Yeah. Alright, sure.
What's that?
Focus on the
Thank you, Antraxo, thank you. That day is good indeed. That day is good indeed. How are you, man? How's your day? The quest Electrium. The owner of this book reads one new chapter every time on rest, granting a benefit until the next rest, depending on which companion in the chapter described. Chapter selected randomly. Chapter about Shelburne grants an ability to use Fireball 3 times. This day. Chapter about Lord Jiziador grants a +5 competence bonus to persuasion and use magic device checks. About Skirple allows the owner to deal 1 additional damage to each sneak attack damage die. A chapter about Wolfgang Hypton grants +10 competence to stealth checks. Priest of Brolston grants an ability to make the target rage as a barbarian for 6 rounds 3 times a day. Chapter about Kenneth Conan grants the ability to use lightning bolt 3 times. Interesting. How do we even equip that then? Oh, okay, let's see. Can I give you that then? Like the stealth sneak attack damage die seems good. Stealth check good. Rage cannot super. Persuasion use magic device not exactly, but I mean sure, fine, let's get him. Let's see what drugs I see. Yeah, hopefully. Need to deal with some of that shit myself too. Well, we'll get there. Need to get there too. Exhausted, the Gamash fell upon the tangled sheets with a tired grunt. Sweat poured down his forehead and blinded his eyes. He swollen with fatigue and strain with his tears. He would prefer the sweat, spicy as perspiration of a warrior in the male. Better yet, blood of his enemies, red and hot. She didn't miss a ferocious fight. Reality stood against his wishes, trying to convince him of what he couldn't accept, that he was lying on the silky sheets, languishing of lust like some beardless youngster. Could do was to jump off the bed without a delay and flee this nymph who had bewitched him with magic known only to the most lascivious of women. Marsh's empty stomach lurched with hunger, and yes, that was what he needed. He would happily swallow a big piece of meat in the tavern downstairs. Half-orc sat on the edge of the bed and contemptuously spat sticky salad on already soiled the plank floor, and then glanced at his prey. Hilira, the damned witch, a long-legged, curvaceous elf, was completely nude and hair caught by a bone dragon. At the bed, her finger drawing intricate patterns along her insatiable body. Its beckoning gestures clouded Gumash's mind, was unable to think anymore. He could not decide which part of his body craved more immediately for satisfaction. Yeah, was good, Anthrax. Yeah, that was very nice. Oh, that was very nice. That was indeed very nice. And some like ding fanfics there and everything. I'll wait to dink. But we got this, that's good. See if this will be useful, but it doesn't take any slots, so that's fine by me, yeah? Alright, some of this stuff I'll need to sell. Father Mosconi. That sounds familiar. So encounters Father Mosconi has put on a little weight and his appearance has become even more festive. As you approach, a polite smile blooms on his face. If it isn't King PP again. Allow me to congratulate you on your success. Meet again, not on the battlefield. Is that what I see? Of course it's not, it may be hard to believe, but King Garavedi's intentions are quite honest this time. Trust me, he'll make a move sooner or later, but for now, he's invited you for the chance to see a new rival with his own eyes. Let you in a little secret, he actually thinks very highly of you. He's invited this year. I mean, no offense when I say this, but both you and your estate were frankly inconsequential, not significant enough for our attention. But your victory at Brevoy's border and your subsequent coronation changed all that. In truth, King Garavedi only invites those he's identified as worthy rivals to the tournament. Considering me a rival, The unfortunate reality is that your very existence, along with the strength your kingdom has acquired, is cause enough. What would happen were you to join with Mivon against Pitax? Or perhaps you might seek to extend your lands west and not stop at the border. What if merchants from Brevoy began traveling through your lands, bypassing Pitax entirely? And of course, the most important question, Mosconi's grin turns predatory. Do you sit securely on your throne, or does Pitax stand the chance of expanding east? ATB Chanelo, how we doing? Easy honest with me, appreciate the warning. Think nothing of it, great interest in seeing how events will unfold. Till we meet again, and I sure will. Those. Alright, so I guess it was this guy here, right? Let's see, after all the talking. Let's see.
There are many roads.
So your charity stream also went pretty well at Drug, so that's good. Still marathoning some more? Are you done for now with it? Are you done for now with it, Your Royal Highness, welcome to the Rushlight Tournament. The name is Nuncio Arpaia. I have the honor of being His Highness King Garavedi's Master of Ceremonies. Could say the organization of this tournament rests on my shoulders. And need anything, I'm at your disposal. Tell me more. Starting his reign over Pitax, His Highness King Garavedi has held this tournament once in several years, inviting guests from the high society of nearby kingdoms to attend. They have guests from Daggermark, Mivon, Gralton, and Timon. Unfortunately, Brevway did not honor us with their representatives this year. It's entirely possible the recent events and the stressful political climate have put them in a less than festive mood. But we're pleased to have your highness in attendance for the first and I hope not the last time this year. Got CTV chat, I see. The nap soon. Sounds good. Sounds good. Doing good, doing good. I'm doing well, thank you. Doing all right there. The events are on the schedule. The tournament consists of 3 contests. First, the participants will display their strength and dexterity in the Fisher's Triathlon. Tribute to local crafts and trades, so to speak. Then we'll be measuring competitors' wits in the boasting contest. The reason we are in the cultural capital of the region, after all. And finally, the evening will wrap up with some mock combat in the Drunken Melee. Then His Majesty will announce the winner of the tournament, and we'll all enjoy a festive banquet followed by a splendid fireworks show. What about flighting? I'm good at that. Yeah, we're ready. Let's begin. Up it sounded over arena, announcing the commencements of the Fisher's Triathlon. We were to distinguish ourselves in 3 sports. Could call them such. You be the judge, dear reader. The first round was fish carrying, if you can believe it. Build narrow bridges over pits of mud and place barrels on either end. One side filled with fish and the other side empty. The goal was to get all the fish from one side to another. Wait, what was it? This one. Barehanded, without falling into the mud. I'm not sure this is just what you imagined for a royal tournament. Throwing fish at your opponents was prohibited, but there was one unofficial but well understood rule in this tournament: don't get caught. Had to decide which of us would participate as well as how fair we wanted to play. 42 athletics is insane. Go cheating mode. That should be easy pass there. Beating honestly among such company would be more embarrassing than losing, as Knock Knock ran across the bridges with a heaps of fish in his arms. He deftly tossed the fish beneath the feet of the Gralton competitor, who slipped and fell into the mud. Another fish found its way right to the Daggermark competitor's forehead, sending him down alongside the Graltoner. Judges didn't notice a thing, and we won the first round. The second round was untying knots. Competitors would be tied up on poles resembling ship masts, and they had to escape the ropes, so once again had a choice to make. Compete honestly, because this should be doable. Should be. A mast was stalled, the knots were tied, and the ropes staying, but Lindsay didn't give up. Sneaked out of the ties and stood triumphantly before the judges, while the other participants were still wriggling in the ropes like flies in a spiderweb. The victory, and I noticed one at that. We won 2 out of 3 rounds, and seemed to have a victory in the bag, but with the rivals we were dealing with, there was no time to relax. Last round of the tournament was diving for river pearls. Huge tubs were filled with mussels and river water, and some empty jars had been placed on sets of scales. Have to open the mussels with our bare hands, gather the pearls and deposit them in our team's jar. Of course, if playing fair wasn't a priority, we could try weighing down the jar with other things as well. 40 athletics, holy shit, 30k experience. What the fuck are these XP checks, dude? 40 athletics might be dang though. Trickery 50 is also way too. 35 should be easy, but I feel like this one is not gonna be good. Try honestly here. Ooh, no, 22. It's too low. Too high of a roll. We already got 2 victories. Fine, let's go for the sure one. Right. I can do this. Now we can. Bravely dove into muddy water and started opening shells, breaking her nails in the process. Put fistfuls of pearls into her jar as fast as she could, slipping in occasional pebble, pinch of sand, a dollop of mud when possible. Once time was up, her jar was the heaviest. Victory for us. Soon we stood on the pedestal as the judges awarded our team the victory. Were wet, muddy, and smelled of fish, but we grinned with joy all the same. Good then. Can we go for the second one too? A boasting contest. Alright, sure. Ready, let's begin. Tournament continued with the boasting contest. The first participant, a man from Daggermark, stepped up to the podium and told a raunchy story about him sneaking into a temple of Kalishi and seducing all the priestesses, including the high priestess, in a single night. Carl was particularly amused by the suggestive glances he kept casting towards one of the guests from Timon, who simply smiled mysteriously in response. Second participant was a guest from Gralton, who told a completely implausible tale about his travels across other planes, where he battled undead hordes and defeated a blood-curdling monster. Average storyteller at best, he'd be lucky to get a C for that story at the academy, but the listeners were inexplicably elated. Suspicious, we took a closer look at the crowd, and of course we spotted the bard using some tricks of the trade, and likely a little magic to aid Gralton's band's performance. Let's see. Big checks are good. Unlucky. No waste of time though. Judges completely ignored the cheating, and in time we took trying to convince them participant from Gralton finished his story and stepped down from the podium to audience applause. Then it was Pitax's turn. Kingdom's honor was represented by Namid Belovera, a sweet-voiced singer whose smile could win over the most withered of hearts. Not Namid, but while her voice was smoother than silk, her words stung like arrows. Soft smile at Namid told everyone how she'd spent months in our kingdom learning our secrets and instigating a riot. Of course, the honest trade of the bard and the shady dealings of the spy often go hand in hand, but Namid, who could have expected such an ugly blow from such a lovely lady? She described in surprising and exceptionally critical detail how much the citizens of our young state suffered under the atrocities of the troll assaults and the magic plague. Never stooped to actualize, but she made it sound as though our king baron at the time was simply drinking and debauching while the subjects struggled. The crusade against Mordecai looked like a cunning conquest of Warnhold, and the war with the Tiger Lords was characterized as an irresponsible venture. Talk about cruel and unfair. When Fish finished the stage, it was our turn to perform. What the feast did our participant decide to tell in their performance? The goblin stuff there. That should go. 41 might be a bit too much. Yeah, plus 29 roll. I mean, that's a good chance though. Unlucky. Easy getting the crowd excited for this story. All glorious feats, of course, but that was the problem. Audience had already heard them time and time again. He used all the eloquence he could bring to breathe new life into these old stories. Piggy used all the eloquence he could bring to hear, but the audience barely paid any attention, giving little more than polite applauses as he left the podium. The woman from Timon, a priestess of Kalishi, went last, told stories of her love affairs in the faraway countries and on other planes, casually mentioning an unpleasant disease she'd contracted over her journeys that took her a long time to get rid of. And hearing that, the participant from Daggermark paled and grabbed at his belt, bringing roaring laughter from the rest of the audience. Finally, the judges announced the winner, Anamid Belovera. Beautiful singer walked up to the podium and took another bow, casting a vicious glare our way. I was once again amazed by how deceptive appearances can be. Alright, now it should be the last one. Let's go back again. No one else? Alright, no one else. The last one. No, we won one, so I need to win this one. See how this will go. I should probably get like some gear or something for when I do all these checks, because like it seems like big checks are quite nice for XP gain, which I mean is still probably not gonna be that big of an issue.
Don't hesitate.
Next, ready to participate. Let's begin. Oh, well, yeah, if we go into this one, that's probably not gonna be that good, huh? Happy Pig is gonna suffer most likely here. They all go here too, huh? No, that ain't more forte there, that's for sure. I just move, letting them fight each other there. Yeah. And they can't really move from one another because of the opportunity attacks. So we're just gonna use that opportunity. Alright, this one dude might be kinda dink, I guess.
No fear.
Oh no, it wasn't him then. Wait, who's at full HP? This guy, alright. And this one didn't get hit by anyone, so I guess that's the reason. This one is also kinda with decent HP yet still.
You've made your choice.
You'll go at me now. That's not good, huh? Go this way. Not me. I'll let you guys square it there.
So
Enough
it comes
range,
to
yeah.
this.
It's gonna hit me now, or that actually is kinda need this guy to live a bit longer.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Okay, that's gonna be bad, huh? I guess I can use potions and stuff too, though.
Yeah.
And no weapons, sure, but can we just use some potions there? Well, I guess let's try first this way. Let's see if we will need those potions.
No fear.
Probably will. Because, yeah, it's quite a low chance to hit that. Yeah.
You've made your choice. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. It might actually not work, but we're gonna lose anyway, though. If I don't use them. Oh, yeah, I guess in combat you will need to do this way. Can't really use the scrolls, though, that's for sure. Potions might be possible. Doubt is gonna be that. Doubt we will get to use that. Wait, I have better potions though, no? 100 wounds, serious wounds, that's better. Next turn, or are they forbidden there?
So it comes to
Yeah, I
this.
should like plan this a bit better. Let's do this way. It's gonna be only one hit then, but it still hurts way more than I do. Oh, you can't. Unlucky.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Too much damage
No
there.
fear. Ha!
Pig is not the strongest one here. But it removes all the armor and stuff too. But you get a beer or someone. Come on. Should they plan this better?
Retreat is always an option.
And this one didn't take any hits from others. Whatever. Stun pause. Unluckus. go for the better checks on the second competition, to be honest. Yeah, the Pitaks won then. Who won? Let's see, Pitak should win. Because they got the second and the third one.
Ladies, another Rushlight tournament has come to an end. I'd like to thank all of you who honored this event with your presence. My friends, I'm happy to see all of you, but I'd like to give a special welcome to one guest who found themselves invited here for the first time. Today, we had the Baron, no, excuse me, it's King now, isn't it? Of a majority of what was once the Stolen Lands. Thank you for coming, my darling. I can call you that, right? I thank you with all my heart. I first learned of him from my friend Stefano Mosconi. To be honest, his report was less than flattering. Impassable swamps, monsters galloping about, and a complete absence of any valuable resources. Nothing more than a dirty hole ruled by another bandit lord, hardly worthy of your attention. That's what he wrote back then. I'm so happy he was wrong. Truth be told, even now traveling that domain is a less than pleasurable experience. Some roads have appeared, but their safety leaves much to be desired. Take the sad story of a poor Toman Henvaki from Gralton. He set off to those lands and hasn't been seen since. His brother Edrist went to find the poor fellow, and what happened?
Now what happened with him?
He returned empty-handed.
No, well, because that quest was
Toman seems to
very
have vanished into
fair.
thin air, like hundreds of travelers before him. At least Edrist was lucky, I suppose. He managed to come back alive. That's certainly considered fortunate for those who decide to swing through those lands. And the hunt the Baron put on, clearly imitating my tournament, it was beyond description. While guests were out hunting hydras and owl bears, the latter came from behind and ate at the banquet table, along with all the servants. Some celebration, right?
Well, let's see. Which one we go with them? I installed some students from your academy.
Right. Yes. I did get a bit carried away, didn't I? All I really wanted to get at was that His Highness is a personage truly as extraordinary as his lands, and I'm happy to see him at this celebration. And now it's time to announce the winner of the tournament. Please restrain your anger, but this year the prize will be staying here. The winner of the most contests was the team from Pitax. I must say, I was hoping that this year our debutante, my friend here, would show his worth. But I suppose it would be strange to expect him to display more talent during the contest than he does ruling his tiny country.
Sure, the boss and diplomacy checks weren't that good before, yeah.
Oh, trust me, I don't fall short in lands or anything else. If you wish, I could give you a personal tour later. And now, with the competition over and the prize awarded, let's get on with the main
Missing
part of
the
the
XP.
celebration. The banquet! I can hear your stomachs growling from here. Let's get to the table, and later we'll see an unforgettable fireworks show.
Time already almost. Let's see. The action.
I must replenish my powers.
To the riverbed
I'm
even.
hungry. When we stop?
No, that's the pirates. How the... Okay, I see. Now we wait for the more action there.
That long shake tournament was meh. Goblin holidays are another thing. The last one I visited, they brought a herald of Lamashtu. Great beast. Ate all guests.
So the places where this kind of fun was perceived not as a barbarity but natural thing. If I had a chance to visit those places again, I would gladly pass on it. True. Seems a bit too much, a bit too far. Alright. Let's list the pirate stuff there. Now we need to go to the capital and wait for our results, I guess. Alright. We need to talk also to the U-Ball then. Might as well. Then we'll return to that. I should go for more like save picks with the save checks. I should go there. I'll get like some skill checks, equipment for that better. White part I think could be doable, but yeah, I would need to kind of like make them all gang up on the Pitax one. That one was the strongest one, I think. Everyone else just went down very fast anyway. Then it could be doable. If you buff yourself before, and I think it kind of strips everything from you. So probably wouldn't work. Probably wouldn't work.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Should be a Yes, I can't believe you lied to me this whole time. Don't try to deny it. I heard everything. Could you cover for bullies and how it wasn't even Iravetti who fired you? It was Atalia. How could you? Lindsay, please calm down. Didn't deceive you. I never even asked about the circumstances of my dismissal, remember? It's, you know, a sensitive subject. Not have been a good enough student to be one of your favorites like Kalondi, but I do remember the basics, like the 7 types of lies, and I definitely remember your lecture on lies of omission. Wanted me to write a book about all the atrocities going on within the walls of the academy, and you left out a pretty big one. Never told me a student died because of you. What other sensitive subjects have you been avoiding? See, I beg you, please let me explain. Shadi and Lindsay wrote about academy is actually true. There's no direct lie. I admit that in some cases I may have concealed or misrepresented some details to protect the innocent. But believe me, it was with noble intentions. Iravetti's atrocities are no secret to anyone, and this book may well bring about the fall of a tyrant. But I cannot allow the Academy to perish alongside Iravetti. There are too many innocents. Wonderful artists, poets, and composers have been tainted by Iravetti's crimes against their will. They stand to lose everything if we publish the truth in its entirety. So to put things simply, the book is full of lies, isn't it? Your innocent colleagues all pandered to Iravetti, and you want to shift all the blame onto him alone so they all come out clean. What I want is to protect the little good that King Iravetti brought into this world. The Academy is more than just wrongdoings and bullying. It's made up of many brilliant artists who have the potential to change the world for the better. Feel free to trample flowers just for happening to grow out of a muck heap. It's true, yes, Your Highness, I'm afraid it is. As I devoted all of my attention to developing the talent of my students, I fear I neglected their moral development, and this led to tragic results. But with all due respect to Headmaster Gitterin, I don't believe in incorrigible villainy, and especially not at such a young age. Sheldon teaches us not to renounce those who stumble, but to give them a chance to reform. Travel to your lands in the hopes of a new beginning, and for my student and for myself. Do you think, Lindsay? I don't know. Teacher, you told me so many times that the world isn't made of things, it's made of stories. And we ourselves are made of the stories we tell and believe, but shouldn't those stories also be true? Said that people are essentially animals who love stories. Did you really mean that people are just lying beasts? Well, what is the truth then? Precise statement of past events. We're not news hawks or historians bound to precision for the sake of precision. Poor must take into consideration how her story will affect her audience. Truth and fiction are material. They are valuable to us as rough marble to a sculptor. The same story used to evoke anger, envy, or fear can be turned to inspire bravery, love, and hope, both versions told in full truth. The events at the base of this story aren't what is important. What's important is the lesson your listeners take from it. I turn to you, baffled. Don't know what to do. I want to burn the manuscript, start over and write the whole dirty truth about the academy, but maybe teacher is right and that would be a horrible mistake. Maybe saving the good the academy brings is more important than punishing everyone who's guilty. Now let's see. Cruel lacks the beauty. And as long as lessons are there. Preserve the academy. I mean, sure. Well, shouldn't probably completely ruin it just because of one PP ago. Well, I guess so. Walks without sin after all. And for her to suddenly learn the truth behind all our favorite poets, writers, artists, it probably ruined all their work for us. And now that's true vandalism. Fine, teacher, finish the book as you planned, but promise me you'll at least tell me the truth without omissions. If a bar calling requires knowing the truth and keeping silent about it, then I at least want to carry this burden with you. Thank you, Lindsay. I promise you'll know everything. I'll make the academy better, you'll see. And you, pack and leave. No, don't say a single word. I have no interest in your excuse or apologize. I just never want to see you again. He shuts his mouth, swallowing his response before he started. With a single nod, he leaves without saying a word. Something tells me we'll see him. He remains silent for a long time. He finally opens his mouth. His voice is hoarse and tired. I won't take much of your time, PP, again. Meaning to ask you about something. This might seem stupid or arrogant or just insolent. Tristan stumbled and catches his breath. I want to talk to you. You know what it's about. It's what I've done and what I haven't done. Please lowers his head and grows quiet. I speak in pride, far from curious ears. I will be at the viewing point in the palace garden. Please come as soon as you can. Sure. Don't have a whole bunch now since the new chapter started. Some freebies. Sure. Thank you, sir. Alright. Not the tuition. 1 second, that we will. Yeah, well, that there. Yeah, the book, I guess, was in the making or something. For the news, the pirates. Yeah, wait for the book, work on the book to finish. Okay, see. I'll see. Now let's go talk to Trishan and let's go get that coffee going.
I can see my destination.
And get that coffee and the news going. Yeah, then we continue. After that too. Hey Zakmak, good morning. How we doing, man? How's it going? Was it? There, I see. Next to the fellow Despergia. Oh man, yeah, I lost all the gear. Hooray. Oh boy. Get some better rings there. I think I'm on this too, really. Let's see. Tristan tilts his head to the side and remains silent. Notice he's holding something in his hands. So strange. I don't know if I should be glad or frightened. Anyway, thank you for finding some time for me. As if it weren't for his blind eyes, you would imagine he's looking into the distance. Freed me from Nerissa's power, I had time to think about what happened to me and what Nerissa did to me, and about what she truly did. Found myself here without my wings and a mortal body. I was terrified, and I believed everything she told me, for I believed it was she who'd stolen my freedom. Last I discovered that Nerissa had lied to me, and ever since I've sought a way to regain Sarenrae's gifts. And do you know what I realized? No one is capable of taking the Diva's gifts granted by his creator. Her voice is barely audible. No one except for the Dawnflower herself. So made immortal by Sarenrae herself. She nods. I found no other explanation for what happened to me. Nerissa's power is great, but not so great as to turn angels into mortals. Wanted to know if the way back to Sarenrae is open for me. Spend endless hours in prayer, asking for but one thing, a sign, a vision, a portent, a single word, and all I got in return was silence. He smiles crookedly, hiding a grieving grimace. I wanted so badly to do something extraordinary, and it appears that I succeeded. Fell so low that even my most merciful lady couldn't forgive me for my sins. The goddess still grants you spells. Yes, perhaps this weak hope is the only thing that keeps me from losing my mind out to despair. Or is this meager pittance but an eternal reminder of what I have lost? Now, my merciful lady may be strict, but she is not capable of such unforgiving sanction. He strains himself. Anyway, I didn't ask you to come to listen to my whining. Did not wish that my immoral deeds will end at deception and betrayal, and has cost me so much. Oh, his hands. I see a crumpled leaflet. One of the invitations for the Kingdom of the Cleansed. Wish to put an end to at least one evil that Nerissa spawned. And I'm asking for your help in this. Cleansed simply will not arrest. Strange, actually. The goddess who demanded your death was Nerissa. And after the kingdom failed in its mission, she broke all ties with the First Faithful. Yet still his followers seek your death. Do they actually hope to return to her favor? Alright, I'm gonna do it then. Shenfoy a moment ago, a crease in the worry becomes smooth and his voice grows tranquil. Consider me naive, but I still believe even the blackest soul can find repentance. I will try to find it even in the dark soul of the cleansed. I would not deny anyone of saving grace. Alright, the First Faithful. I didn't know what I could overhear, nor what Nerissa boasted it to me. The one called the First Faithful is a former priest of Erastel named Rudgert. When the Bloom came to his village, he lost his faith. Erastel didn't protect his congregation, and Rudgert was stripped of his position. After this, he set off for the Temple of the Elk to pray to his god one last time, and if he didn't answer, to throw curses in the face of his idol. Next to many others, Rudgert was fooled by Nerissa. She pretended to be the goddess of these lands, and told Rudgert of the curse of the king and promised him untold gifts in return for the death of this ruler. It was she who invented the name of this new cult, devoted to herself, and made Rudgert his high priest. She knew just how to flatter him in his moment of weakness and despair, and he in his turn did everything he could to draw his former congregation into this vile cult. How do we start? A smile appeared on Christian's face. Anyone could trust you and ask for your help, thank you. Heard that the cultists of the kingdom have been aside once again, but now they no longer shout their slogans in broad daylight. Now they crawl from their lairs under cover of darkness to abduct people for sacrifice. At least that's what is being said. Should return to their temple without walls where they once held their rituals. Of course, the First Faithful is not so foolish as to return to the scene of his crimes, but perhaps another one of the clans has visited this meeting place. Held rituals, remembered the past, God knows what else. If we're lucky, we might find something there. Sure. And this one giving me like the fireballs and stuff extra, which I don't really kind of need much, but still. It's gonna disappear here for some reason. Just to be there, well, when I'm unequipped, obviously. I guess I just need to re-equip them. And there they are, probably, I guess, fine. Shoot them. Oh, there's something else in this one. There's something else missing. Scorching Ray and Fireball. That's it. What else was there, I wonder, then? Not sure. Whatever. Fine. Alright, so we can just do this quest then. These all require a Vayton. Well, actually, except this one. Can go for this. Then we need to wait for the progress on the main stuff anyway. I think the pirate's probably also better to do when I need to go there in that region anyway. Just more optimal. Alright, let's go get that coffee going. How we dumbly use them. And then we return and continue on. Now, 1 second then. Save. Yeah, we'll get another session today later. And now a bit of a coffee break then. Good one. There we go. There we go. Alright. And this going.